heading to work, and this is the remnants of the storm that's happening out in Florida. And these roads are very, very bad. They're flooded out. Cars are flying by me. I'm doing what, 47? These cars are doing 60. Hydroplaning, bugging the hell out. But whatever. Anyway, so check it out. So, an update on the PNB Rock murder case. Now, when it first went down, and the way it went down, I said to myself, okay, with all the cameras out there, broad daylight, just because you got a mask on, that's not going to stop investigators from finding you. And then on top of that, the car was parked outside the establishment, I believe in the back. So the car that was waiting for the perpetrator was driven excuse me, was driven by his father. Now this guy supposedly that they have, I guess, in custody and person of interest, supposedly is a 17-year-old that has a history of violence. His jacket reportedly had some kind of attempt murder on it, or whatever, where he was wearing an ankle monitor or something. I don't know. But reports saying that there was an ankle monitor attached to his leg when he did this crime, which is so easy for them to figure out that tracking the ankle monitor will put him at the scene of the crime. Whatever, right? So that's a report. There was another report stating that the father was in the establishment. No, first off, let's start here. PNB pulls up in a Maybach, $100,000 car, to go eat at a smelly, dirty, disgusting hood restaurant in a clean, white, sparkling $100,000 car with all his jewelry on, right? So he steps out, again, dangling meat in front of wolves, step out, shining like he's going to an award show. It just so happened that those that are hungry was watching him. It wasn't like his girlfriend posting their location brought the wolves there. The wolves were already out and lurking in that area, and then they see a lick pull up. So the father, according to reports, the father parks the car on a side of the business or behind the business, right? And the mother-in-law, the father's girlfriend, not mother-in-law, I'm bugging, the kids, I guess you'd say stepmom, or I don't know if he was married to this lady or whatever, but they have a lady in custody and she's crying like, you know, like that she got caught or whatever in front of the cameras, whatever, right? So the girlfriend or wife in the car with the dad waiting for the kid to rob the rapper that goes into the establishment. So he comes out after committing this murder, jumps into a waiting car that his father's driving, his 40-year-old father is driving, and they leave the scene with the rapper's jewelry, leaving him on the floor in the pool of his own blood, right? So it's like, okay, I can't deny that I don't know anything about it because I drove the car that my son jumped into after committing this murder. I don't know. So I think they charged the dad with accessory after the fact, something like that, and the baby, well, not baby mother, but the girlfriend slash the girlfriend slash. I'm just gonna call it a girlfriend because I don't think it's been confirmed that they're married and that's the stepmom of the 17-year-old. But yeah, like I said, I knew. Again, history has shown when these crimes are perpetrated, the cameras are watching you. There's cameras all over. How do you expect to get away with a crime nowadays with all these cameras? And then you're doing it in broad daylight with all these witnesses that have cameras on their phones. All kind of craziness that's going on with cameras, and you think that you could just walk into a place, brandish a gun, demand somebody's property, and then leave them on the floor to die after you shoot them. Not only will people be outraged at this and want to see you caught, but these cameras make it easier for you to get caught. So now the 17-year-old, who basically his life is over, he's not going home. I can't see him ever being paroled for something like this. This was crazy. And he has priors. So good luck trying to get out when you're 50 or 60. I think you're going to stay in there. The father, he'll probably get like maybe 15 years if found guilty. And his girlfriend, she'll probably get like 8, maybe 8, because I guess she didn't report it or something like that, and she was there and didn't stop it. But who knows? Who knows how they plan on trying this case and stuff like that. But I'm gonna tell you right now, the way these investigators solve these crimes, they have all day to sift through videotapes, triangulate cell phone pings and ankle monitors to let you know that you're not going to get away with this. So it's been reported that PNB Rock's murderer has been caught, and basically the way it's going to work now is that they're going to put together a case against this 17-year-old and his dad and the dad's girlfriend, and they're going to be tried for the murder of this guy. Was it worth it? For jewelry that they won't get a lot of money for. I mean, what? I don't know. It's weird. But rappers, listen, you're on notice, and then there's going to be some other fool that will wear his jewelry thinking he's good in the hood when he doesn't even have to be there, and will be revisiting somebody else's death. Because, speaking of death, what's his name? Little Bootsy. Him being tied to another murder of he wasn't a rapper, but he was a jeweler. I'm gonna talk about that one because someone broke down the reason why Bootsy was named and the responsibility of the killing of the jeweler from Chicago and how it all tied into him. And that was pretty interesting that, again, people pulling out their phones and was able to basically line up the dots and connect Bootsy with the killer, and maybe saying that he sent that guy to do it, to rob him, Or maybe, Boosie basically is not feeding his guys and they saw a lick and decided to do what they do. And because he's associated with Boosie, Boosie now is tied into something that he had no knowledge of, probably. Who knows? But I'll talk about that one. And yeah, it's a sad day when you can't wear your jewelry out without somebody thinking that your jewelry becomes their jewelry. So, till the next one.